What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Episode 6, an episode that feels like the calm before the storm, and in a lot of ways, kind of like a finale, but we still have 2 more weeks. And there's nothing calm about this storm. This is the moment where everything starts kind of collapsing, and you get a lot of the moral conflicts kind of hitting ahead, and it all explodes in this chapter. So now here we are after the death of Vanessa Fisk last week. The city of New York is no longer with a restrained mayor. They are dealing directly with the Kingpin. And on top of that, we finally get the long-awaited return of Jessica Jones making her official MCU debut and one of the most shocking and emotional storylines of this season, and also revealing some things about Luke Cage. So let's break down everything that happened. So this episode wastes absolutely no time reminding us how dangerous Wilson Fisk has become. We open with a doctor attempting to offer condolences to Fisk following Vanessa's death, and it's a quiet and kind of beautiful moment. And then Fisk, of course, snaps and brutally murders the doctor in cold blood. Now, the way this was filmed, I kind of was thinking this might have been a dream sequence until they started showing the blood from his mouth and him walking away. And no hesitation, no remorse, just no witnesses to that matter whatsoever. And Buck is going to go clean it up. And it's incredibly an important moment because it shows us that Vanessa was indeed that leash. For 2 seasons, Fisk tried to control his darker instincts because of his love for her. She was the one person who kind of started keeping him grounded, but now that she's gone, there is nothing holding him back anymore. So this is the rebirth, I guess if you would, of the Kingpin again, not the politician, not the grieving husband, but indeed the monster. One of the most powerful scenes in the episode comes when Matt finally meets Wilson Fisk face to face this season, and it starts off kind of calm. Matt offers condolences for Vanessa's death, and for a brief moment there's humanity between them, and there's a lot of reasoning. 2 men who've lost people that they love, but that peace of course doesn't last because Matt's dealing with the Kingpin. He suggests that both of them leave New York, and that they both just walk away, that they stop destroying the city that they claim to love so much. And for a second it seems like Fisk might actually consider it, but only indeed for a second, because Matt pushes it too far and brings up the people who have died because of their conflict, including Foggy Nelson and indeed Vanessa. And that is when Fisk loses control. The fight that follows is pretty brutal, it's emotional and deeply personal, and it's so awesome. Fisk is fueled with grief and rage. Matt is fighting to protect the city. And in the end, Daredevil does indeed gain the upper hand with a cool knee to the face. And he has beaten Fisk. He has a chance to end everything. And for a split second, it looks like he does consider killing him. But he does not. Because Matt Murdock refuses to abandon his moral code, even if it costs him everything. That's when we cut back to the riot, because while Daredevil and Kingpin are clashing, the city is erupting. A massive protest forms against Fisk and the AVTF. Citizens are flooding the streets wearing masks in support of the vigilantes, but things start to escalate quickly because Agent Powell, being the asshole that he is, discovers that one of his own officers betrayed and helped Daredevil. So what does he do? He of course executes him right in front of everyone, and then he blames the crowd, and that single act of violence ignites the said chaos. And the agents unleash force on the protesters, turning the demonstration to a full-scale riot. And in the middle of the chaos, Karen is there, and she is caught by Agent Powell. Episode 6 really feels like the turning point of this season. I know a lot of people haven't really loved it, but I personally have. I think Jessica Jones returning, showing she's vulnerable, Matt and Karen drifting apart, the city of New York on the edge of collapse. Everything is definitely moving towards that finale, and if this episode proved anything, it's that mercy might not be enough to save the people Daredevil loves. So with that, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this season. What do you think's going on with Jessica Jones? What do you think's going to happen in the next couple episodes? Who do you think is contacting Jessica Jones? And then we already know it's Matthew Lillard's character of Mr. Charles, but do you think he's working with Allegra DeFontaine? Who do you think's in control of all this stuff? And where do you think this season's going to end with a head? Now, you kind of already know if you've seen the Luke Cage actor Mike Coulter's Instagram, but I'm not going to spoil that here. But if you know, then you already kind of know where this is going. And with that, like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.